The Prodigy are sample masters. In this episode, we look at a few of the tracks that Howlett lifted from to create an early rave classic. From reggae to cartoon sound effects, he built the band's signature sound from a myriad of sources. Come with us and we'll show you the samples. I'm Felix Leiter, international DJ and producer.
My name's Dan Nightingale from the Have a Word podcast.
And together we're going to explore the samples that feature in tracks you love in a show we like to call
Show Me the Sample.
Today we're heading back to 1992 and the release of Out of Space, the Prodigy's fourth single from their debut album Experience. It features shots of the band's early gigs and for some reason unknown to me, ostriches. Apparently, it was Liam Howlett's idea. He'd had a brush with one on the way home from a gig, but that sounds a little bit like an ecstasy trip to me, mate. Ever hallucinated on drugs and seen things that weren't there?
Yeah. I puked the alphabet once.
The Prodigy, Out of Space. Let's go! Yeah, that's Keith.
Fucking cheer, mate.
Yeah, so that's Keith in the boiler suit and dust mask.
Right.
Apparently Alternate, who were like another big rave band at the time, thought that they were trying to take the piss out of them. Which
I remember Alternate.
Yeah, well apparently they weren't, but Alternate then like sort of tried to dress up like the Prodigy in a future video as some sort of retaliation. Liam Howlett, who often, I do think, sometimes looks like the lead singer from E17 at times. Especially with those curtains.
Mate, Keith at an after party would be a dangerous prospect, wouldn't he? Keith at an after party was a guy you needed to be careful of. Like, loads of fun, but you might be puking the alphabet if you hang out with him.
It's another one of those videos that people would just try, even with all the technology we have now, people would try to emulate how old and rave this video looks now to try and be cool.
Mate, the intern at Have a Word could knock this video out in about 45 minutes.
Well, I'll probably be coming to him for some videos then in the next few years. If I could go and see the Prodigy in a dream circumstance. I want to see them in a 300 cap, tiny room, low ceilings. I want Keith hanging off the fucking ceilings, kicking the front row. I don't want any mucking about. I don't want beer fucking tokens. I don't want fucking burger vans outside. I don't want any of that shit. I want to be like in at fucking 8:30, see a DJ for half an hour, and then just bang 90 minutes of the Prodigy and spat out onto the fucking streets at 11 p.m, having just been fucking sonically assaulted. Formed in 1990 by songwriter, producer and keyboardist Liam Howlett, the Prodigy were at the forefront of the UK rave culture. Out of Space is arguably the Prodigy's most successful early track, and it was performed live by the band at most of their shows up until the present day. It was released prior to Keith Flint's transformation into frontman of the band. At the time, Keith Andrew Palmer, aka Maxim, was the main vocalist of the Prodigy, an experienced MC. Prior to joining the group, he was already friends with Howlett and Flint. Other members of the Prodigy include Leroy Thornhill and Sharky.
Show me the samples.
There are a number of samples in Out of Space. So the first one we're going to talk about is from Maxwell Livingston Smith, aka Max Romeo. He's a Jamaican reggae artist who has worked with the Rolling Stones. He's had a top 10 UK hit that was banned from Radio One, and he co-wrote and starred in his own musical called Reggae. I don't know why I find that so funny. It's just because I want to go, reggae! Max was quite a character, mate. His track, Wet Dream, was banned by Radio 1 due to the line, "Give the fanny to me."
Radio 1's history of not banning stuff really makes me laugh. You know when the Streets brought out that second album and there was a song, "Lights are blinding in my eyes," and he's just telling the story of a night on pills. Radio 1 have not listened to the lyrics of this song.
If you can think of another track that's been banned by Radio 1, stick it in the comments below. We'll pick someone out at random and give them a year's free access to our exclusive Patreon content.
What a deal.
In 1976, Max Romeo released Chase the Devil, co-written with the legendary Jamaican singer and producer Lee Scratch Perry. In a 2010 BBC interview, Romeo discussed the meaning of the song, saying, "The devil is everything negative in our minds. The iron shirt is our strength of spirit that allows us to cast out the devil." Let's take a listen, mate.
Lucifer, son of the morning, I'm gonna chase you out of earth.
Lucifer, Lucifer. Was it Jay-Z that sampled that? Oh, mate.
I'm gonna
Amazing.
put on an iron shirt and chase Satan out of earth. I'm gonna put on an iron shirt and chase the
Seems so
devil
weird.
out of earth. I'm gonna send him to outer space.
Just feels like this should
Find
be a...
another race. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. Satan is a evilous man, but him can't choke sit on a
I'm
man.
not sure this
So when I
is
check
an
him,
official
I'll
video,
see
by the
hand.
way.
And if him slip, a
So if
gun
this
with
is
him hand,
footage from a
I'm
film
gonna
or something
put
that
on
I don't know
an
about,
iron shirt
stick it in the comments
and
below.
chase
I just
Satan
found it
out of
and
earth. I'm
thought it was a
gonna
good
put on
video
an
to
iron
use.
shirt and chase the devil out of earth. I'm gonna send him to outer space to find another race. I'm gonna send him to
Like that
outer
shot looks like it was
space
out of a film.
to find another race. Oh yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know.
That looked like me trying to style it back when I couldn't get a taxi after an after party. Like, no, you're all right, Don. Like way too dressed up for like a Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. People going to church and me like, keep it cool, Don. You all right?
That was like
I swear Jay-Z sampled Lucifer, the Lucifer at the start is sampled on an amazing Lucifer. It's so funny when you hear all the samples from other stuff.
Kanye West used the re-sung parts of Chase the Devil vocal when he produced Lucifer for Jay-Z's Black album. It's being covered by a number of artists, including Madness and Dreadzone. Next sample. Ultramagnetic MCs are a hip-hop group from the Bronx, New York, founded by Cool Keith. The group also includes Ced G, TR Love, and Mo Love. The boys were early exponents of the sampling game themselves. The track the Prodigy sampled of theirs included samples from James Brown, Lynn Collins, and the JBs, among others. Critical Breakdown was released in 1988 and utilized an EMU sampler as its main instrument. Let's take a listen.
Well, I'm an equalizer, known to be graphic. I clear static, breaking up traffic. Move while I enter the groove. I'm on top and happy to prove to whack MCs who claim to be better than. No way, I'm frankly more clever than all of you. Each and every one, my son. Pay close attention. I'll take your brain to another dimension. Hold it, mold it, shape it.
That's all we needed, mate. That's all we needed.
What year was this, did you say? 1988, 1987?
Yeah, 1987. You should go and check it out, man. The album is called Critical Breakdown. If you love the show and you want more of our chat, then support the show on Patreon. Link in the show notes below. Dan, tell the people what they'll get if they join.
They will get a holiday for two to New York.
I'll tell you what you get. Access to hour-long uncut episodes a whole week before the shorter YouTube edit is released. Extended versions of our mini episodes, podcasts exclusive, made for Patreon episodes, including Daft Punk and Eminem specials, and so much more. The Prodigy sampled at least 7 tracks in Out of Space, including sounds, drum loops, and riffs from acts like The Shaman, Two Bad Mice, and Run DMC. But the last one we're going to check out in this episode is a one-shot sample taken from a rare cartoon sound effects LP. If you've ever watched cartoons, you've probably seen one from the Hanna-Barbera studio. They created things like Scooby-Doo, the Flintstones, the Jetsons, the Smurfs, and loads more. In 1965, they issued a promo-only, not-for-resale LP featuring spoken dialogue and sound effects. It was sent to radio and TV stations to help promote their cartoons. One of them sounded like this. And that is the sound effect from Outer Space. Could I turn it up? I'll play it again.
You.
Here we go.
You've been working very hard this week, mate. Touche. Look, you live pleasing yourself. You've literally got, show me the boing. Nailed it.
You know the Police Academy movies, right? Michael Winslow was the famous guy who did the sound effects. What's your party piece sound effect? Is it time for Pingu? Is it time for Pingu?
I'm not doing Pingu. I do a better Pingu's dad than Pingu. You know that. I do that. I've got that for this.
It's getting daffy, innit? It's getting daffy.
With that. That's mine. This is just my small children's comedy set that I do to entertain people's kids.
Prodigy, Outer Space, good use of samples, bad use of samples. What you saying, mate?
I say this, I will never slag off the Prodigy on this show. God bless them. They got me into dance music. Keith Flint. Every one of those samples was spot on, including the boing.
Subscribe to Show Me the Sample on Patreon. Get longer, uncut episodes with much more banter 1 week before the shorter YouTube edit is released. You also get access to our made for Patreon exclusive content, Daft Punk, Eminem specials, plus loads more. He's been Dan Nightingale.
He's been Felix Leiter.
See ya! Is that our spin-off? Show me the fanny! Felix and Dan explore fannies that you may know and love.
Hey, I'll do the research on that one. You do so much of the work for Show Me the Sample. Don't worry, I've got you.
You're gonna take the load.
In our spin-off, Show Me the Fanny, like Dan's been looking at porn. The warehouse project had turned up going, right, well, there's the stage, There's not enough toilets. There's a bar. There's the place you get tokens for the bar. Like, it's a really random setup. And that's because they didn't trust the temporary bar staff not to nick all the money. So they trusted like three aunties in a little porter cabin, like Auntie Linda, Auntie Kath, Auntie Jean. They gave out, like, they're trustworthy. They'll take a little bit for themselves, but they'll be reasonable. So very regularly at like 5:30 a.m, me and Jill will be like, tell you what we should do, mate. We should do a shop run. And everyone else is like, where are you going? Why would you do that? And we're like, I want to get some biscuits. Write a list. We'll write a list. And like Jill would be going around like, we'd style it out. Like, hello, good morning. Lovely morning. Like, I enjoyed the challenge of it. Some people absolutely hated doing that sort of stuff.
Love a pill walk. It gets to about
the Esso garage near the unis. Do you remember that Esso garage?
Sandyford.
In Newcastle.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But just I love a pill walk because that's the thing. You've been at the party, you've been at the rave, you've been wherever. You've got back to the after party at like whatever 4-ish. 5-ish. The chat's mighty at first. Everyone's been a bit daft. There's some crazy shit going down. Then you all mong out on the sofas for a bit. It gets to about 7:30, 8, and I'm just like, I need to go and do something. Pill walk, cheeky half, can of beer or a vodka or something. Just fucking head the fuck off, mate. Head the fuck off. Go to the garage, go to the park. Like, pill walk. Love a pill walk.